Hey there friends, Martin Pavey here, welcome back to the channel. I don't actually know if I've already explained what I'm doing exactly with this YouTube channel or how it actually works. Every single day, I will confess, few exceptions, but every day I write a blog post and I put that on various social media platforms. And I use the subject of that blog post to compose these YouTube videos. Now, there are some times that I will take a specific term or a specific phrase from that blog post and I will actually use it in the videos that I record here. But sometimes they can be quite different and it's very kind of stream of consciousness, just kind of expounding and explaining what I mean by various topics and concepts. And the blog post that I wrote today was about, I just called it signature, so what's your signature style? And what I want to impress upon all of you is that everything is a work in progress. When you think back, there are things now when you're older that you have liked since you were a young child and you've kept on doing those things you've been interested in, foods that you like, but things obviously evolve over time. And there'll be things that now you wouldn't think of doing because you outgrow them, you don't need to do those things anymore, or your tastes have changed. I've noticed in the last few months my taste buds and things that as I'm aging are changing, and I find it quite exciting. But I think there are certain things that are really worth looking into, because you may agree with me, you might disagree with this, but I think it's important to stand out and stand up as the person that you really are. I think there are certain character traits and personality traits that are innate to us, that we are born with right from the start. But there are certain things that, taking on new skills and new interests, that changes over time. But whoever it is that you authentically are, maybe you're a bit of a nerd. I'm dressed in my, what Americans call a wife beater, in my gym top, and sometimes I'll be smarter, but there'll be a common thread of my personality. And I am actually, despite the fact of being quite solitary at the moment, incredibly solitary actually, and learning to really enjoy that solitude. I was watching a YouTube video earlier on today of this guy who is saying he's 36 years old, I'm 43, but he has no friends at the moment. And he did a video about a year ago, and he's just done a couple in the last few weeks where he said that he's basically overcoming his resistance and his fear and sort of anxiety about going to a therapist. And he's actually already taken his first session. We've probably had a couple of sessions by now, and I think what you're wanting to do in life, if you want to make real progress, is to actually identify what your personality really is, what really makes your heart sing, what makes you shine as a human being. And that will be different from all the people who are watching these videos. You may be nerdy, you might be really academic, or you might be artistic like me. You might be really colourful, you might be more subdued, you might be quieter, you might be louder. It's about finding that authentic spark that is Martinness, or might be Sarah-ness, or might be Jonas. It's a voyage of discovery, all of it. But I think it is I have in my more recent video said that I am an incredibly curious person, but also a little bit of a drama seeker, because I think that's maybe a misplaced sense of wanting adventure. I really like adventure. I'd like excitement. I do like going to new places, but I also am fascinated by human nature. I am so inquisitive, and I've probably wasted quite a lot of time trying to establish why other people are the way they are. But the truth is, and again, talking about authenticity of my own personality, I just don't seem to be able to help it. It just seems to be a thing that I automatically do. Because I think there's a big reason for doing that is I want to learn. I don't want to put myself in situations that are damaging to me. I want to grow out of, bad habits, be more confident, but actually be more productive. And I mentioned in another recent video that somebody had contacted me inquiring about coaching services with a view to him becoming a coach himself. But we all need help, and I think if you can establish what the authentic parts of your character and personality actually are, what that means is you're going to be able to find the best help for whoever it is that you are. And I think life is about stripping away all of the stuff that isn't us, that isn't what makes you who you are, and just boiling everything down to the bare essentials. And I'm big on simplicity, on stripping away the bullshit of not wasting time on things that don't matter to me. I'm doing a jigsaw puzzle, and I'm nearly there. I'll be done in the next couple of days. And it's so satisfying taking the chaos and putting it all together and everything in its place. I am a neat freak. There's absolutely no doubt about that. I love things being neat and tidy. And my sister and I, we always joked that we often have what we call feng shui attacks, where we just get rid of loads of stuff and clear out. I am ruthless, frankly, in doing it. And when I see how other people live, and live in chaos and mess, that for me is just a no-no. It makes me uncomfortable and anxious. And the truth is, I'm probably quite controlling, which it is sometimes a bit disastrous. But I'm starting in the last few days. I've had a bit of a brutal time of it the last couple of days, but I'm starting to feel more like myself again, and recording videos, doing the blog posts, and then ramping up things in terms of finding coaching clients. And as I say, everything, finding what it is that makes you you, it's all very much an ongoing process. It's not something that you get to the end of, but it is something that I think can certainly make you feel more confident and clear about who you are, and as a consequence, knowing what you really want to do, because what you want to do will be intrinsically and immovably related to your personality. You're not going to teach a lion to be a vegetarian. It's not going to happen. And if you try and force anything that isn't who you really are, then that's going to be for a very miserable made life. So it's really important that you allow yourself to be honest with yourself, and to really, as I say, to crystallize. It's one of my favorite words, to crystallize, to boil down to who it is that you really and truly are, and be unapologetic in that. Trust yourself, value yourself, because if you don't, nobody else should. It has to start with you. So find out who you are, and if you need help with that, please click on the link in the description where you will be able to book your conversation with me. I will cover all of the costs, completely free to you. All I ask is for your time and your openness, and I look forward to speaking with as many of you as possible to see how I can be of help to help you help yourself. So thank you very much for listening. Martin Pavey here. Do the like and subscribe thing, and share to spread this very important message, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Ciao for now.